What's going on YouTube? Drummer Xero here. Just wanted to upload a video showing my latest Sorceress build for Dawn of the Hunt and Path of Exile 2. I'm using a unique ring called the Brotherhood Topaz Ring, which allows me to convert 100% of my lightning damage to cold damage. Because of this, I can use lightning spells such as Arc, Spark, and Orb of Storms to freeze targets. This has been super helpful in making sure targets don't get on top of me. I'm not getting chased constantly anymore. I'm stopping targets in their tracks, and I'm able to deal a lot of damage. With this setup, I am able to do a dual cold setup for bossing, which allows me to do high damage using Frost Wall and Comet and other cold spells, not just lightning spells. I am using a mix of the two. As you can see in my combo here, I am dropping an Orb of Storms. So we have both lightning and cold spells happening in this combo for the boss rotation. As you can see, the combo definitely does a decent amount of damage to most of the map bosses in the game. I've been having a ton of fun with this build. It is not exactly the highest damaging build in the game. It's not the fastest build in the game, but it's certainly a lot of fun. Let's get into it. Okay, let's quickly talk about the mapping setup I have for my skills and gems. The combo I'm using is just Orb of Storms, Mana Tempest, and Spark. That's mainly what I'm doing for doing damage on the map. So I will just talk about those three skills mostly. But let's talk about Cast on Freeze. This is my trigger skill. We are using Arc, Impetus, Deliberation, Unleash, and Inevitable Critical. Cast on Freeze is working pretty well since we are using the Brotherhood Ring. So the cold damage, I'm getting freezing a lot. The sparks are freezing a lot. So Cast on Freeze is very, very useful. And then I have Blinking Convalescence with Clarity and Mysticism stacked on top of that, just for more defenses and damage. Let's talk about Spark. Spark, I have Acceleration, Mobility, Arcane Tempo, Rising Tempest, and Pinpoint Critical. Pinpoint is the best for crit chance, and Rising Tempest is working pretty well with Cast on Freeze since it's considered a cold spell or skill, so it is giving it the damage boost that it needs. Moving on, Mana Tempest, we have Premeditation, Murderous Intent, Unbending, and Arcane Surge. And then we have Orb of Storms down here. We're rocking Font of Mana, Cold Exposure, Coursing Current, Deep Freeze, and Glaciation. These two gems seem to help very much so on the map, just because freezing enemies very quickly, and also some enemies are getting frozen for a very long time. Alright, let's quickly talk about the bossing setup for my skills and gems. When I get to a boss, the first thing I do is turn these off. I turn on Cast on Crit, set Blink to 2, and turn on Convalescence, so that I have this sort of a setup going on with my primary and secondary weapon setup. I scroll down to Spark and Frost Wall, and I am going to be swapping these gems. For mapping, Leverage and Extraction is decent in Frost Wall because I will be freezing with Spark, right? And then using the Frost Wall with Leverage kind of ups the crit chance on immobilized enemies, which is super helpful. But for the boss, we're going to use Frost Wall as our main damage, so we want to put the two best gems we have in our combo into Frost Wall. So I am swapping Rising Tempest with Pinpoint Critical. Before I go any further, I'll show you how I do the combo. I just drop a Sigil, then I will drop Hypothermia under the boss, drop a Frost Bomb, Orb of Storms in my Sigil, and then I just start spamming Wall.
I need more time.
That's it. It's just those 5 combos in a row. 5 spells in a row. Let's talk about the gems we have in the spells. For Frost Wall, we have Ingenuity, Consider Casting, Spell Cascade, Rising Tempest, and Pinpoint. We already talked about the swap. This is definitely, from testing, seems to be an optimal setup for damage. Hypothermia, we are using Expanse, Heightened Curse, Ritualistic Curse, and Curse Crown. This is just helping the curse be large and last a long time. Frost Bomb, let's talk about that. We are rocking Conduction, Overcharge, Lightning Exposure, Strip Away, and Magnified Effect. This might be the most important ability in the combo just because Frost Bomb inflicts cold exposure on the pulses. So just getting this off under the boss even before it detonates is super helpful for inflicting exposure and chill and all that good stuff that you want to freeze the boss. And then when it actually does detonate, the shock infliction they're getting is somewhere between 27 and 29% sometimes, and that's helpful for doing the most damage. I also am using Orbistorms in that combo, as you saw, but we talked about Orbistorms earlier, and it is the same skills setup as before. Alright, let's quickly just talk about the passive tree a little bit. We won't go too in-depth on this, but I did want to show you what it looks like with the weapon set swap. So for my main tree, I am just going for all elemental damage, crit chance, energy shield, mana regen. These two nodes are giving me more damage if I've shocked or chilled. So anything relating to shock or chill or cold damage is what I'm going for. I am coming up here to grab conservative casting because it reduces the mana cost of skills, which is very helpful. This is also what I'm allocating on my amulet. Again, this is very helpful for just making my spells not cost as much. And then I'm also going for some triggered spell nodes up here. So that's basically how the main tree looks. I am also using a From Nothing diamond to get this area so I can grab some good nodes in here, such as this one, which increases my spell damage per 100 maximum mana. You definitely want to get a decent amount of mana in this build. The more mana, the more damage you'll have for sure. Let's just talk about when I'm swapping to my secondary weapon. I am using a bunch of these curse nodes. This is what's helping me for the bossing the most, right? Curse duration, curse magnitudes, curse duration, curse magnitudes, curse duration, curse magnitude. So I'm basically my curse is just very strong every time I cast it. This is why I'm doing it this way. I've seen this setup in a lot of builds, and I've just adopted it into my own playstyle because it does help with clearing bosses pretty quickly. I just want to also add here what I'm doing for my ascendancy. I have Stormweaver, and I am going all the way down into here just because I want to constantly shock since I'm doing cold damage, as well as a little bit of lightning through Mana Tempest. Just having everything contribute to shock just helps to make sure I'm always chilling and shocking. And then I'm taking this over here just to lower resistance for bosses even more. This is a little bit of crit chance, and this is a little bit of mana regen. Alright, let's quickly go over my items. I'm using a Wand and Focus setup with cold damage, spell damage, mana, and crit chance. I'm squeezing all those kinds of stats anywhere I can. I also am looking for a decent amount of spirit, defenses, and energy shield as well. And +4 to level of all spell skills. That's another important one. I wish I can get that on more of my stats so I can get higher level spells, do even more damage, but we're just not there yet. But yeah, I would say focus on getting those stats the most. Yeah, you definitely want some sort of movement speed on your boots. 30 is kind of low, to be honest. I would love to have it higher, but again, my build's not perfect. I have a lot of work to do still. Moving on to the uniques, let's just talk about the call. The Brotherhood Topaz Ring, this is what's allowing the entire build to be what it is. I'm using all my lightning spells to do cold damage. So it's really fun. I can use Spark to freeze, and Spark is sending sparks all over the screen, hitting every single target and freezing them. It's super cool, and it's honestly just a really interesting way to play Sorceress right now, in my opinion. I'm just having a ton of fun with it, which is why I wanted to upload a video to begin with. I'm pairing that with Malagara's Virtuosity, right? I've seen this item on like every Sorceress build that's endgame, just because of the crit damage bonus it gives you. It really is super helpful to just set that at a static 300, and then you can just worry about your passive tree going in any direction other than crit damage. So you get to focus on other things such as defenses or crit hit chance, and it's just super helpful for getting your stats where you want them to be. So I would say this is a very necessary item for the build if you want to have the most fun with it. And also, with that being said, that makes this build mostly just like a soft core fun build. This isn't meant to be a hardcore, you'll never die, you'll survive forever build. This is just meant to be a fun build. It shoots sparks everywhere, it shoots lightning spells everywhere, and they freeze. It's just a fun time. Anyways, moving on. Let's just talk about the unset ring. I settled for this because I didn't have enough spells to fit blink at first, and I was running around the map and finding myself in situations where I wanted to blink out and couldn't, so I just settled on finding a ring that would give me the extra spell back. Obviously this is optional, right? You could take any one of these out. Like, you don't need Convalescence or blink, but I like to have both. So that's just my setup. That's basically my setup for this. I should also mention again that I am allocating mental toughness on my amulet. All right. I got my Breachstone. I figured I'd show a clip here of me doing a T4 Breachstone, just to kind of show you the idea of how this all works. Keep in mind, Breach, Cast on Freeze doesn't work that well in Breach, just because the enemies aren't freezing as much. They have a little bit of an ailment threshold, I believe. But you'll see in this that there will be some moments where enemies get frozen, and it's super helpful. So let's go through it. Just let this play.
I need more time. I need more time.
All right, besides the server lagging. So far, so good. Yeah, all right, so
I can't do that yet.
again, the combo is just Orb, Mana Tempest, Spark. Orb, Mana Tempest, Spark. And I'm just doing that over and over again. You can see the sparks are going everywhere. Right there, I had to pop Convalescence. But, you know, this is why I use Convalescence, because it saves me. And I can just keep moving. If I had to blink, I would. But I was confident that after I Convalescence that I could just keep moving forward. And I just keep going. And I know if I have to get out of a situation, I have blink to get out. So, but you can see in the bottom, Convalescence is already back up again, you know, so I can now do that same move again if I had to. It's just very good for keeping myself alive and getting through like top tier content like this. You know, you can see the enemies aren't freezing as much, but they are. You do see the frost shattering, so they totally are getting frozen somewhat. Like that guy right there. You know, that's a rare mob too. You know, him not attacking, that is huge for me. It's damage I'm not taking. Every time I freeze anything, like that guy right there, like I am now a lot safer, which is why I love the Call of the Brotherhood ring, because it just made this lightning build feel a whole lot safer the second I started doing it. But we don't have to go through too much of this
Just because of the same old. I already beat the time now, so now I'm just getting to the boss. Right, I'm just walking my way through. Right, and we eventually get there. Pretty sure right here. Yep. All right.
All right, we made it.
All right, so that's just me picking up loot. Don't worry about that. Let's you'll see me here do the swap. That's how I do it every time.
Crit, blink on 2.
The blink on 2 is super important, and
Swap
you'll see
here.
in the fight why I make sure to have blink. You never know when you
Frostwall
might need
becomes
it.
our main damaging spell. And let's give it a shot.
I'll just let this play out just as is. Setting up the combo, sigil, Thermian, and here's the combo.
Ah, okay, you went in.
Yeah, unpredictable. Boss fighting is like this sometimes. Like, at least from my experiences, I couldn't do the combo initially, so I had to reset.
As I can. There.
I get it off there, and my mana's just gone. Now I'm in survive mode.
Oh, I got hit with that one. Fuck.
Alright, my mana's coming back. I'm gonna combo him again.
Ah, what the heck?
Alright, I brain farted
Fucking
there.
us up.
I dropped a sigil, and then I tried to drop another one because I forgot that I already dropped it. Just goldfish memory.
Oh.
Blink out of that. That's why blink is so good. And combo him. I'm blinking again here.
Oh.
Right, convalescence again, saving my life.
Uh-oh. I
And
hate
then blink again, saving my life. Set up the combo again. I didn't have blink out. I just was spamming roll. And then I just combo him again here when he comes back out.
Ah, we did it. And he's dead. Wasn't perfect, but he dies.
There we go. And I was actually saying I got a divine orb on that, so pretty cool stuff.
Alright, if you made it this far, I just want to say thank you for checking out the video, checking out the build. Appreciate that a lot. Just want to close by saying a few things. Again, I'll mention that this is really just something I made that's supposed to be fun. It's not the best build in the game. It's not gonna one-shot a boss. Doesn't do the most damage. It's not the fastest. It's really just something that's been keeping me alive. It's got good survivability, good CC, and it's really just been a blast for me to play. It's why I wanted to share it. It's just something different, a different way to play Sorceress, I think. I mean, you're still just doing the same combo that most lightning Sorceress players are doing. You know, Mana Tempest, Orb Storm, Spark. However, it's got a little unique twist with being able to freeze targets.
Not yet.
I will let this video play. This is just a tier 15 corrupted waystone on a tower with a boss at the end. Just wanted to show how the combo works in real time. Really just freezing targets almost like instantly. The second I hit Mana Tempest and drop Orb of Storms, you'll see before I even use Spark, sometimes targets are being hit with an arc or they're just immediately freezing. It's super helpful. It's been keeping me alive. The biggest problem I had with Sorceress was in the beginning I was doing lightning and I would have enemies run on me and I'd have to back away and find a better position. If they were too fast, I would have to repeat that process over and over again. But as you can see, like right there, when I blinked away and then set up my position, I was able to start freezing them. And because of that, it's helped a lot with just moving around the map, not being chased constantly, and being able to kind of stand my ground a little bit and take on enemies.
I need more time.
If you do like this build, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to see suggestions in the comments for how to make this build better, or even just other ideas to use the ring, or other ideas. Maybe there's other items that could be utilized with this build, or even just to make a different elemental build as well. I like the whole idea with damage conversion, and I think it's something that's not being overutilized right now, and I think it would be cool to see more builds doing this in the future. So anyways, have a good one. Thanks again, guys, and I'll try to catch you in the next one. Feel free to come by my Twitch. I stream daily. It's just twitch.tv/drummerx0. If you can't find me there, just my handle is drummerx0. I'm constantly playing this build, constantly trying other builds. I also play other games, but mainly just playing Path of Exile right now. So feel free to come hang out. Have a good one. Also check the description of this video for a link to the build on Mobalytics.
Victory is mine. I need more time. Take my true power. I can't do that yet. Not yet. I can't do that yet. Return to death. I can't do that yet. No mana. Not yet.